Yo, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to episode 13 of The Road to Glory, the FUT Champions recap, the first FUT Champions recap. And what I've done is I've pretty much recorded most of the games that I did play, and I'm just going to cut them up, put them into clips for you guys to watch to see how the games went on. So I think at this moment in time with the clips are starting, we're on about 13 wins. So we're going to be taking you all the way up to where we did actually finish. And I just want to say before we get started, if you are enjoying the Road to Glory, drop a subscription. That will be really appreciated. And like if you do enjoy this video. So it's my first recap of a FUT Champions weekend. So if it doesn't seem very smooth, sorry in advance. Hopefully next week and the weeks after will improve. I'll get better highlights, things like that. I didn't want to put too many highlights in where there wasn't really any chances, or it was a chance but it wasn't a goal. I don't know, I didn't want to make this video last forever, but I really enjoyed this weekend. This weekend league, I don't want to spoil where we did finish because we actually have a great chance at finishing in Elite, which I feel like Elite is the top of my performance. That if I do everything right, I will finish Elite, but more often than not, over these sorts of games, I can't do everything right, and it is so frustrating. We are coming up against really strong teams, but more often than not, I would say our team is actually the stronger team, which I guess is fair at the start of FIFA because we've put a lot of time into it. We've got really lucky with packs, and we've assembled a squad which I really enjoy. We've found players that I think perform in my way. So what we'll just start off with is talking about the custom tactics and the formation, more about the formation and the players really. So what I did is, if I came up against a really tough opponent, what I would do is I would go to a 4-2-2 ultra defensive formation. So yes, it is really defensive and probably is the meta this year. I would say ultra defensive, sit back is the meta with counter-attacking style, but that just seemed to work for me, especially in games where we were out-teamed, where a few occasions we came up against super teams. I don't think I faced Cristiano Ronaldo this weekend, which is so strange. I remember FIFA 19, Cristiano Ronaldo, pretty much everyone had him. I know it's only the first weekend of FUT Champions, but no Cristiano Ronaldo. That was really weird, but that was the defensive formation. As for attacking formation, this was the one I used later in the weekend. So we went to a 4-2-3-1. The 4-3-2-1 went out the window. I said I was going to use that because it worked really well in the draft, but I didn't use it at all. We switched either straight away to ultra defensive or attacking. So you can see there, I think we're on 12 wins. So we're on 12 wins, and I think I've got all the highlights up until the final game. So lovely goal there with Son. But yeah, the formation 4-2-3-1, that is the one for me. I feel like the two CDMs which we had were Modric and Fernandinho. Modric I went out and purchased to replace Wijnaldum because I felt like Wijnaldum was okay, but I thought if we can get Modric in, he will be a lot better. But in fact, he wasn't really much of an improvement, to be honest. De Gea, though, making clutch saves in the background, he was so good. In some instances, we hit goal 3. I was very happy with that. But as for the team, really, there was so many good players. Modric, as I say, was good, was pretty solid. Fernandinho was excellent. I really highly recommend Fernandinho. As for the defense, goalkeeper De Gea, you will see him make some wonder saves. You will see him make some mistakes. Mistakes at the near post, which cost me dearly. Cost me probably the elite push. So that was the only unfortunate thing with David De Gea. Cancelo felt really nice. Probably one of the best fullbacks that I've used. I think he's really good for attacking wise because he's got the 4-star skill moves. He's very effective in the game. The two centre-backs, Militao and Lindelof. We switched to Lindelof to fit in David De Gea because we packed him, obviously. Felt like that was worthwhile because De Gea was a lot better than Alisson. But Lindelof did cost us. He cost us a few times. I think he was just a bit weak, and that's what you get. In 750 coins he does cost, so you get what you pay for at the end of the day. And you will see in tomorrow's video who we have actually gone and swapped the team out for. So I'm not sitting around. I don't just want to be lazy with the team. And you can see there Lindelof doesn't get to the ball. So frustrated. 3-0. I did in fact rage quit this game. 80th minute. There are a few games where I did rage quit. And we go into the next one. It's got a very strong team. And there are a few frustrating goals you will see in these videos. It's so frustrating. But continuing on talking about the team. Militao, Mendy, absolutely phenomenal. I love them two cards. I don't want to get rid of them for a long time. If we compare them up with maybe Varane, that will be absolutely perfect. I do love Varane on this game when I've used him in the draft. Longley is good, yes. but Varane would be the next level, I do believe, especially for the meta cards. Varane is just such a meta card. As for the midfield, I've said Fernandinho was very good. Modric, good, not amazing. He is a guy that does get sold. We've had Eriksen. Eriksen was absolutely brilliant. Couldn't recommend Eriksen higher enough. He is so good. Scoring goals, assisting. He's the 4-star skill moves. The weak foot, everything about the card is just superb. Really, 100,000 coins. I think he is one of the best investments you can make and the best cam I've used from the Premier League. I would say he's better than De Bruyne in my opinion. I think just the shooting is absolutely brilliant. You'll see so many goals. He does miss that one in the background, but apart from that, he was so clinical for me. The 1-2s with Son was probably what carried me on the Saturday. I was just pinging them. Either Son was setting up Eriksen or vice versa. It was so effective, so I really love that combination. As for the front three, Leroy Sané and Mahrez. Now, at the end of the video, you will see the goal contributions with these cards and the assists. It's a weird one because when we play the 4-2-3-1, I wasn't really... the wingers are so effective because they are so out wide, stretching the play. That is what they're there to do. They're not there to score goals. They're there to sort of spread the play, create space for Eriksen, create space for Son. So most of the time they don't score too much, but you can see how many times I'm running down the wing with them. Leroy Sané was absolutely brilliant. I really recommend this guy. Look at this. I think it's, yeah, he does score here. A bit lucky, but right foot, a rare right foot goal for Leroy Sané. And his attacking stats might not be the best, but he in-game is rapid, 4-star skill moves. He's strong as well. He is actually really strong, and he was very important for us where we did finish in this game. There's just a few clips here where it shows the frustration. Look at this though from David De Gea. Unbelievable save. That's what he offers ahead of any other goalkeeper that I've used this year. Unbelievable reactions. And you can see the teams we're coming up against are getting harder and harder. We've made it to goal 3. Can we make it to goal 2? And so forth. But Mahrez, he is the next guy I was going to talk about. What a lovely finish. So composed there. And Mahrez, he's another one. He's only got 86 pace, which, yes, is very quick. But as an out-wide winger in a 4-2-3-1, I didn't feel like it was enough for him in that position. I think if you played him as a cam, he's so good at dribbling. His left foot is an absolute rocket, but it's also really nicely finessed as well. And you can see this game. This was the most frustrating game of the weekend for me. Martial left foot across David De Gea like that. I think this one is going to really frustrate me for a long time. And Martial, I hate coming up against him. How haven't we scored there with Eriksen to make it 3-1 to see out the game? I do not know. But it's just horrendous from me. It really is so poor. 90th minute. What are we doing? What are we doing? We get it out for a throw-in. We should not be allowing him to get this throw-in forwards. It's just so stupid from me. Well, I don't know what is going through my head. But he manages to, look at this, he's taking so long, he's deciding his passes, comes out to Ndombele, into Sissoko, the most stupid of passes here. Why doesn't Cancelo get to that? Back to Sissoko, into Rashford, near post. He scored 2 near post goals. And that's one of the things with David De Gea, I think, or maybe with any goalkeeper. You can bring any goalkeeper in and they're still going to concede the same goals. They're still going to concede near post, ones that you expect them to save, and they'll save the ones you don't expect them to save. Look at that. David De Gea, near post again, Martial. Whenever I see Martial, I absolutely hate the card now because he ruined my weekend. Nah, he didn't ruin it, but he was very close to ruining it. He was so annoying, and you can see that he scores in the 114th, and I do rage quit. So we move into the next game. I was just so frustrated at that one. Another great team, but as for the final player in the team, Heung-min Son, we know how good he is, and I can officially say he's probably my favourite player again in FUT. For the 4th year running, even though he misses that shot, 400,000 coins, you get what you pay for. He is ridiculous. But look at this. Look at this goal. Right foot, Gareth Bale. 45th minute cheese. You can just tell it was going to happen. It was so frustrating. Gareth Bale, for me, when I've used him in the draft, didn't like the card. But for everyone else, right foot, left foot, doesn't matter. He's just absolutely brilliant for them. And once again, he's through with James Maddison. And it's 1-0 already. And we've just taken a loss. And do we concede? We do with James Maddison. So frustrating. But that is the team covered, the tactics. Now we'll just talk about the games because these were some frustrating games. Look at this. This is actually a great goal from Gareth Bale. I do think David De Gea should save that though. I think that was one of my criticisms for the card. He didn't save ones where you expected him to save. The ones that went right at him, he didn't save. It was just bizarre. We go into this game, look at this, Lewandowski, Havertz, he's got Hernandez, he's got that centre-back, can't remember his name, but he's phenomenal on this game. And look at this, how stupid am I? I've just lost 2 in a row. Fernandinho slides in, gets us a red card. Probably the most stupid play from the weekend. That shows you need to take breaks between games, because I was taking the anger from the last 2 games into this one. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, just get him sent off, Fernandinho. You're going to do loads of damage in the video game. But no, nothing really happened until the 111th minute. Look at this, Perisic into Mendy. Does he score? Yes, he does. Ferland Mendy with his first goal for the club. It was absolute scenes. 112th minute. This was such an important game for us. I think it was my favourite win of the weekend. We battled so hard with 10 men. We went to a 4-2-2. We put Fernandinho in the striker spot, so we just had one less striker. And it worked really, really well. I was so happy. You can see here we got 16 wins, 7 games remaining, so elite is more than possible. And we're playing great football at this point. These are games on the Sunday night, and look at that from Mahrez. An amazing goal. I think this guy, I'm not sure if he had the ridiculous team. We came up against one amazing team throughout the weekend, really, that was just on another level. The guy was bringing Drogba on as a sub. I think, yeah, this is the game, actually. This is the guy who had Zinedine Zidane. So he had Zidane in midfield, Drogba he brought on as a sub, he had Mane up front, but we are not messing around. I didn't care who I was coming up against. After holding on with 10 men, we were going to do well, and Heung-min Son does what he does best at the near post. Christian Eriksen, unlucky there, doesn't score from the corner, but what we were doing a lot of the time during the weekend was doing the short corners, holding R1, firing them out to Luka Modric or whoever was there, playing to Eriksen. We do get very, very lucky. But that's a great finish from Christian Eriksen. Again, the main man in this video really, really was. I think without him we wouldn't have finished where we did finish in the weekend league. But you can see here, he's got Hazard into Mane. Mane, in form Mane, striker Mane. This guy must be FIFA points FC. Must spend so much money on the game to have the team he does have. But we're just destroying him. 4-1 we make it with Christian Eriksen. In the box he does not miss. It's very, very rare. He does not miss. And he was just great. We got a rage quit. He had Zinedine Zidane. Not even the baby version. He had the middle version. And we make it into goal 2. And the teams don't get any easier. We come up against striker Ian Rush, Alan, Bale, Modric, Dybala, Costa, Manolas, Koulibaly. But that doesn't matter. Same again. Play Modric, Christian Eriksen. Look at this. We get lucky, but it's quite nice to be honest. And we just ping it across and it's an own goal. In the 4th minute, that is really tough for my opponent to take. We get another corner. What are we going to do? We're going to do exactly the same. We've been lucky. Well, we've scored every time we've done this lately. And it probably is the best tactic to use on corners. Christian Eriksen again, Fernandinho looking for the player in space. And it's Leroy Sané this time. Leroy Sané on his left foot. Does not miss. And looks like we're going to get a rage quit. Sunday night, you seem to get a lot of rage quits, which is really beneficial if you want to play a lot of matches in a short space of time. And if you're a fairly decent player, not saying that I'm an amazing FIFA player, but you will get more rage quits because people are trying to force a lot of games into a short period of time. So you can see we are, is that 2 wins away from gold 1? We come up against a very nice team. He's got Rodri, Delaney, but we're not messing around. I see that gold 1 in my sight. I see the fact that I can actually, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning now. I see the fact that I can actually go to sleep. I can finish these games. I'm thinking, I'm not messing around. 6 minutes in, but look at this. Great save from David De Gea. That's one of the ones that he should have been saving early with Martial. Don't know why he saved it there, but he didn't save it earlier. And this is probably one of my favourite goals from the weekend. Bit lucky to get that pass, but lovely back heel. Just quick thinking there to play it back to Morris, who was wide open. 2-0, 26 minutes. What do we get? We don't get a rage quit, but we're not stopping there. Heung-min Son, he hits the post. What's going on? 2-0, and then he decides to rage quit. So, I don't know. I knew there was a rage quit in this game. I just didn't know where it was. And we got a few rage quits in a row, and we are 1 win away from the promised land. Gold 1, 2 100k packs. I think you get 50,000 coins. It is a really, really good place to finish. And this guy, you can see, he's got a great team. Martial, great save De Gea, but Lucas with a jammy header. One of the worst saves that De Gea has made because it came back right back to him. De Gea has been really good at actually doing the saves where it doesn't fall back to my opponents. But that is a great finish from Riyad Mahrez on his right foot. One thing Mahrez has improved on this year, I think, is a 4-star weak foot instead of a 3-star, which is always great to see. But look at that composure from Marcus Rashford. ball roll around him and he's doing that celebration. I hate that celebration because I got destroyed by Depay, who did that celebration 3 times, so that's why. But a great run from Son, lovely chip over the goalkeeper, and every time he scores, seems like we run down the other end and we do manage to score. So this game was probably the most satisfying one for me. 2-2, we do make it. He comes down again, Martial. What's he going to do? Of course he's going to score, isn't he? Martial. Oh, this was just so frustrating. Look at this. Lindelof just falls asleep. Modric just falls asleep. Not the best defenders on the game, but look at this. Christian Eriksen linking up the play. Does a 1-2. How that goes through, I have no idea. But Mahrez, I had no doubt he was going to finish that. Makes it 3-3, and that informed Mahrez card is turning up in these final few games. He has a chance here. Does he score? Yes, he does. Rashford makes it 4-3. This was a really high-scoring game. I had a lot of 1-0s, and this was one where it was unusual because a lot of goals. But look at this pass from Mahrez into Heung-min Son. Makes it 4-4 in the 81st minute. There's only one thing that's going to happen. I've paused the game because I was thinking, oh, I need to make some attacking changes. And then Heung-min Son goes and scores straight away. So that was really, really nice. Leroy Sané runs down the wing. Look how much pace he has in the 85th minute. That favourite skill move of mine. And so lucky with the rebound there. Like he did get lucky for his first goal. We get so lucky with Christian Eriksen. And this guy is, I would say, a much better player than me. We just were clinical in this game. Christian Eriksen, once again, the star man. And we make it to gold 1. So I was so happy. We're on 20-7. So we could have done better. I think there are a few matches where we could have done a lot better. Lindelof and Militao let me down in this game, though. This is to play for elite. We have 3 games left. Needed to win all 3. Sadio Mane is just a different level on this game. You can see just battles. Somehow we give the ball away twice with Militao, but we're not giving him. We've just done really, really well to make it to gold 1. Heung-min Son with a great finesse shot. Oh, it was just one of those games. Look at this. Weird pass there to actually make it through to Mahrez, but Mahrez does score again. But in the 87th minute, this is what cost us. Marco Reus, Lindelof too weak, and David De Gea near post. So we do end the weekend as gold 1. I'm more than happy with gold 1. The team performed so well. I was really happy with our performance in the first week. Probably 4 or 5 games where I do think we could have genuinely won them, which would have obviously made us elite. But next week we'll find out. The last 2 games I just left, didn't bother playing. You can see the stats on the players there. Mahrez, Sané didn't really do too much from the actual play, but overall in the game they were fantastic. So that is going to be the end of today's Road to Glory. If you did enjoy, smash a like down below and subscribe. I hope you did well in FUT Champions. I can't wait for the roads. I'll see you all later.